What's up, guys? My name is Elias, and the Clayface trailer is officially out. And here's my take on it. So, from the jump, I was kind of nervous when James Gunn announced that this Clayface movie was going to be made by Mike Flanagan and that it was going to be part of the DC universe, the main universe, not an Elseworld story like Robert Pattinson's Batman or Joaquin Phoenix's Joker or anything. This is going to be the main universe Clayface. And the fact that we're getting that before we get Batman, like the universe is Batman, or at least like a cameo of Batman in another movie before we get like I just don't know what the thought process was, but it just made me like, really, we're getting Clayface. And then the further it got into development and we were getting behind the scenes photos and videos, I was just like, yo, this movie's really happening. Like, what, who greenlit this? Like, how did this? What's going on here? And then the trailer dropped, and I gotta say, I'm very excited for this movie. Now, I still think it's weird that we're getting Clayface before Batman, before we are introduced to this universe's Batman. But I do like that this is a low budget film, has a budget of $50 million. I know that's low. That's gonna give me $50 million in a day, you know what I'm saying? But as far as a budget goes, that is relatively low, especially for a superhero project or a comic book project, I should say, because Clayface isn't a superhero. But it's a small budget, and I think it allows for them to really stretch their wings and really kind of do all of these practical effects and really make the movie this kind of body horror. If you've seen The Substance with Demi Moore, it's going to be kind of like that. And it's going to be a very interesting take on the character. And since this is the main DC universe, clearly we know that Clayface exists in today, in the modern day, because of Creatures Commando, the Creature Commandos, the animated show on HBO Max. And so we know he's going to turn into that kind of monster. But as far as this movie goes, he's going to be this actor who undergoes this accident, who then undergoes a surgery that it works at first, but then eventually he starts finding out that it actually didn't, and his body starts to be kind of dysmorphed, and it's going to be a very, very disgusting movie. I can already tell. But with James Gunn producing it, his mind is already twisted. You got Mike Flanagan, who's just insane with what he does. And I think that we're really going to get something truly special in the DCU. Even if the DCU somehow is short lived, it doesn't last farther than 5 years or whatever the case may be that these rumors are going on with the buyout from Paramount of Warner Brothers. I don't know what's going to happen, but I do think that it's cool that that DC Studios is willing to take a stab at these random little projects, that as long as the script is as strong as it is, because that's James Gunn's big thing, the script has got to be up to snuff. So as long as the script is what it is, we'll continue to get movies like this. And I think that's really, really cool. I think it's something that, unfortunately, Marvel Studios tried with the Disney Plus stuff, with the shows, and just didn't really succeed all that well. So I'd be very curious to see how they succeed on the DC side of things with a movie like Clayface, which is basically a B-to-C list character in comic books. And I think it's gonna be really, really cool. So it looks cool. The trailers definitely staved the trailer, not trailers. The trailers staved my I guess, like, doubts about the movie. And I'm curious to see what we get come October when it gets released. So here's hoping for a Batman cameo, at least, or at least a mention of Batman. I mean, I don't know how far back this movie's supposed to take place from the mainline DCU, but obviously Superman's not a thing yet, and maybe not even Wonder Woman. We'll see what happens when it comes out. But October, look for it. It looks dope. But that's all I got for you guys. So if you like this video, remember to hit that like button and get in my comments with your thoughts on the Clayface trailer, as well as what else you would like to see me talk about next. But until then, take care and God bless.